This one's a bit unique compared to the other holiday specials I've reviewed so far, mainly because this one's a sketch comedy. So, the parent show, Sonny with a Chance, had an overarching narrative, or at least a narrative within an episode. However, ever since Demi left, the show was retooled into So Random, with this Christmas special being sort of a sign of what's to come. This takes place during Season 2. Season 3 is when everything ends. In that Season 3 is the last time Demi Lovato would be on Sonny with a Chance, and then the show got retooled. And of course, So Random being a sketch comedy is a bit more expensive. Also, this is free on Disney Channel's YouTube page, which is why I'm reviewing it. I might as well start from the opening segment, Bad Holiday Jobs. We're not in a good place with this one with the Photoshop filter. I think it would be funny enough if the segment didn't have the pitch-corrected voices to be as high as possible, because it just sounds cringy and wrong. I know I'm using the word cringe a lot, but that's generally how I feel. It sounds really out of place. I think they would just be funny if they just use their natural speaking voices, not do whatever this is. For the next segment, I actually find this kind of funny, mainly because it's a shot at fandoms. It's not directly Christmas related other than the imagery in the background, but honestly, this is quite amusing. So Random is a show within a show, and Chad Dylan Cooper is an in-universe guest host who is taking questions from fans about him. However, the first fan is probably someone who edits the Mackenzie Falls wiki, mainly because she asked about the minute detail of Mackenzie's favorite desserts. Oh dear, she's one of those fans. The second one is more of a stereotypical obsessed fangirl who loves the fictional character so much that she can't tell the difference between actor and character. And my favorite punchline of this is that she loves Mackenzie more than her actual boyfriend, to the point she superimposes Mackenzie's face onto him, that's just shippers in general. I'm going to get 1,000 angry comments about that line, and I'm going to read every single one. Then, because this is a sketch comedy, the actual Mackenzie walks in on stage. My favorite joke of this is probably Chad's grandma liking Mackenzie more than him. Then we get to probably my least favorite segment, Sicky Vicky. I am not a fan of the voice, nor am I a fan of the gross-out humor. The next segment is the Roadkill Diner segment. Yeah, these two don't appreciate the art of roadkill food. Although, as the guy from Arkansas, we do not do this. The banjo is for special occasions, not for sketch comedies. And the washboard? No. The washboard is sacred. Okay, next segment is Tantrum Girl. So Joe Jonas gets kidnapped, and Joe Jonas isn't particularly happy about being kidnapped and turned into a human toy. But it takes one violent tantrum to get him to submit, and thus the segment ends with Tantrum Girl ready to insert batteries into him. That's not a euphemism for something. She literally has 2 giant batteries in her hands, and she wants to know where they go. Okay, next segment, Sicky Vicky again, aka Skip. The next segment I'm rather fond of, The Real Princesses of New Jersey. So this is the perfect level of cartoonish pettiness that honestly beats any reality TV show. So during their gift exchange, they give each other gifts that are ridiculously petty, such as making a fancy dress by birds and mice. Honestly, the icing on the cake in this is probably Prince Carmine. Apparently, having known all 3 of them, despite being the Prince Charming of like one of these princesses, and their solution to him basically being into all of them is to turn him into a frog. So now on to our next segment, Bad Holiday Jobs. A human dreidel. And since kids are cruel, they're going to spin him until he vomits. You get my opinion on this one. Next segment is a parody of exercise videos. Nothing really good, nothing really Christmassy. I get not having Christmassy related stuff at the beginning, but with the Chad Dylan Cooper thing, but this only has the stocking stuffer as the punchline for Christmas. At least there's a decent song at the end. I sort of remember this, and yet I sort of don't. So, I think I said all that can be said about this special. You get bits I like, you get bits I don't like, you get bits that hit closer to home, you get bits that are a bit harsher in hindsight. I really don't think I can say more. Those are just my thoughts. Please consider liking, subscribing, tipping the channel on Ko-fi. This is Cyril signing off.